Hello and welcome back. Thanks for joining. My name is Berit and today we have another book tag, a Christmas book tag to be more precise, because it's December and I found a Christmas book tag, so I thought, why not do it? I will link the video where I found the book tag in the description box below in case you want to check it out. I thought it was kind of fun to think about the questions, so let's go. This book tag is, by the way, called 12 Days of Christmas. So the questions are related to the song, to the lyrics of the song 12 Days of Christmas, which interestingly I have no connection to whatsoever, because this is not a Christmas song that we sing in Germany and neither in Norway, I think. At least I haven't heard it a single time in Norway, although this is also only my third winter here, so I don't know. But I have no connection to that song, but that did not stop me from taking this as an opportunity to make this video. So let's jump right in. The first question relates to A Partridge in a Pear Tree, and the question for that is your favorite standalone, and this is like the most difficult question for me of the whole book tag, because I do not have a favorite book. That doesn't exist for me. I do read more standalones than I read series, but I don't have a favorite. But I have thought of books that I have read several times, where I remember that I loved all the times that I've read the books, and I've thought of two books for that. The first of those books is Fight Club, which I have read I don't know how many times, but I always enjoy reading it because I read it in a certain mood and it always delivers on what I want from the book. And the other book that I thought of was Battle Royale, which I have reread, I think in September. Loved it. It is so much fun. Yeah, I'm not saying that either of those books is actually my favorite book, but those were two books that I thought of that I absolutely loved rereading. And yeah, the second question is about Two Turtle Doves, and the question is your one true pairing, so my favorite kind of literary couple, I guess. And for that I am gonna say Bridget Jones and Mark Darcy, because Bridget Jones is also my comfort read and I just love those two together. Third up, we have Three French Hens. So the question is, what is your favorite trilogy? And I'm gonna go super standard on that because it's Lord of the Rings. You will see this book more than once in this video. I'm sorry, but I'm actually not sorry. So Lord of the Rings is so far my favorite trilogy. The fourth question is about Four Calling Birds, and the question for that is your favorite fictional beast or creature. And again, I have two names for that. One is Supushan from Hoshinengi, and the other one would be Iorek Byrnison from His Dark Materials trilogy. I read this for the first time when I was like 12, and he was by far my favorite character because he is a polar bear, and polar bears are basically my favorite animals. So number 5 is Five Golden Rings, and the question for that is show 5 books with gold on the cover. I didn't actually think that I would manage that, but I do. I own 5 books which have gold on the cover. The first one that I have is American Gods, which I have not read yet. The second one that I have is The Road, where the title is in gold. I usually don't like to have film covers for books, but in this case I kind of do have the film cover, so. Then I have Broken Stars, which I think is the most beautiful of the 5 covers that I'm going to show you. It has a lot of gold on it. You have already seen number 4 once, The Lord of the Rings. It also has the title and everything in gold. And number 5 is Harry Potter. I have the whole series in this edition in like a box, so all 7 books have gold on the cover, but I'm just showing you one instead of 7. So Harry Potter is number 5. Number 6 is 6 geese laying rotten eggs, and the question for that is your least favorite book. And I have a least favorite book which I had to read in school. I think it was in 11th grade, which I hate so much that I am still mad at the book. And this might just be a teenager kind of judgment that I made once. I haven't reread the book since school. Maybe I will at some point to find out if I still hate it as much as I did back then. But I still remember how much hate I had for the book, and that is Werther. I hate this book. I really do. I'm still mad at the protagonist. I'm still mad at him like 15, 16 years later. Yeah. Number 7 is 7 Swans Swimming, and the question for that is show a book with water on the cover. I do own exactly one book with water on the cover, and it is this one, Wherever You Go, There You Are. This is a book about mindfulness. Number 8 is 8 Maids A-Milking, and the question for that is which fictional food would you like to taste? Probably most of what they have in Harry Potter, most of what they have in Hoshinengi, because the food just looks so delicious in the pictures. But apart from that, I would say probably a lot of the things that they have in Harry Potter. Not everything, but like I would love to taste butterbeer, for example. So I'm gonna go with that. Number 9 is 9 Ladies Dancing, and the question for that is your favorite dance between 2 characters. Now, I have read about 0 books where characters dance a lot, as far as I recall it, but if we interpret this more broadly, then I would say my favorite dance between 2 characters is probably between Elio and Oliver in Call Me By Your Name. I kind of love the dynamic between them, and I love that we are in Elio's head for the whole book, in this teenager's head, and how he experiences his first love. Yeah, I absolutely love that, but I love the book in general. Number 10 is 10 Lords A Leaping, and the question for that is your favorite book to movie adaptation. We are not surprised to see this baby in my hand, because I think Lord of the Ring is about as perfect a movie adaptation as you can get. Number 11 is 11 Pipers Piping, and the question for that is your favorite book to movie adaptation soundtrack. And once again, we basically see this in my hand, because I think the soundtrack of Lord of the Rings is just perfect. But to give you another answer, I also loved the soundtrack of Memoirs of a Geisha. I think the soundtrack is chef's kiss. I love it. So there you go, you have another answer from me instead of Lord of the Rings for once. Number 12, the last one, is 12 Drummers Drumming, and the question for that is what is your favorite book ending? And for this I am gonna go with a book that I read quite recently, which is Metro 2033. I thought the ending was so good. I will not say anything more about it, but if you know it, you know it. I thought this was a very, very, very strong ending. Loved it. Yeah, and that was all the 12 questions. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it was fun for you to watch. Let me know what you think, and also have a nice time before Christmas, however you say that in English actually. And maybe I'll see you in the next one. Bye.